I'm a project architect. I deal with the day-to-day running of jobs within the office. So from the beginning right to the end, I start the initial designs, getting planning permission, talking to building control, and then on site, helping the guys on site as architects do, and then that's it. Just general running the job in terms of the design, looking at how we could reduce the amount of energy required to heat the building, especially. So I looked at some of the ventilation strategies from an architect's point of view. And it was a really exciting project when we got our hands on it. The opportunity to do something like that was phenomenal. It's just an open brief, and the client just said, LMH just said, go for it, have a go, see what you can do, which is really exciting because not often you get that sort of freedom. So it's a fantastic old building, but it doesn't meet its requirements. It doesn't suit the people that use it. So it's a way of changing it into something that can actually meet the needs of the people that use it. It's an important building. In terms of what it does, it looks after people that have lost their home. Help temporary accommodation for families. So it's vitally important for the council to have a facility like that. And LMH are obviously providing it for them. So it's a really exciting project. It's got all sorts of different technologies and bells and whistles, but it'll look amazing. And it's a fantastic old building as well. So we've kept some of the features of the old building, but we've been able to bring in some new bits to complement that and contrast it. So I think it's quite exciting. They were talking about putting photovoltaics on the roof to generate energy from the sun. They're looking at using heat recovery through the mechanical ventilation. So it's different to air conditioning. It takes the heat that's in the air from kitchens and bathrooms and recirculates it, and it sort of recycles the heat and puts it into fresh air. So in a way, you don't really need to reheat your room, you're just keeping a constant temperature. Some of the boring things that you don't get quite as excited about is the insulation, putting a good amount of insulation in, like a lot more than you'd expect, and that really makes a massive difference to the quality of and the comfort that people experience within the property. So it's always at a good temperature, it's always at a stable temperature. You don't have to heat it very much as well. And things like fuel poverty and those sort of things can be addressed with a bit of insulation. And also there's things like getting good amounts of daylight in. Everyone always expects sustainability to be about piece of technology and kit, but it's not. It's about how you live in a building just as much as what's in it. So getting good daylight in so you don't have to turn your lights on. Giving them good space that people want to use and be in. Working out ways that don't need to turn the radiators on or have very little heating on. It's all really important ways of making the building more sustainable. Because the flats need to be so adaptable, you can't just you don't know how big a family's going to be. You might have a very small family, you might have a large family. So there's walls that the scheme's been designed so walls move. To enlarge flats, you've got open plan spaces that can become quite closed if you want a bit more privacy. So it's just about creating a building that can respond to the needs of the users more than anything else.